Mr. Ian Ellis!
I want to thank you guys for setting the bar so low. Give it up for Jack Calhoun, Chicago's #1 agoraphobic comedian. Jack Calhoun is the reason Cher's daughter had her vagina removed. Jack Calhoun has fucked more sea creatures than BP. Jack once told me the only difference between a woman and a fish is you don't need roofling to go night fishing. I've seen Rorschach tests that look more human than Jack Calhoun's girlfriends. Seriously, the list of women that Jack has fucked reads like season 2 of Monster Quest. Maggie Edney! My lovely co-host, Chicago open mic, and much like, her vagina is much like an open mic. It's cheap, it's dirty, and it's filled with comedians. The good news is she swallows. The bad news is she's bulimic, so her trash can reeks of semen. I often refer to Maggie's vagina as the Kraken, because it has teeth, and it looks like it's made out of spider bites. Maggie's vagina is so fucked up, Ben Roethlisberger wouldn't fuck it. But enough about Maggie's vagina. She's also a functioning alcoholic. I honestly believe that if alcoholism is a disease, Maggie Edney is the outbreak carrier monkey that is responsible for spreading it. Maggie Edney has killed more brain cells than the Holocaust, 9/11, and Glenn Beck combined. Maggie, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. If your hairline gets any thinner, I'm going to use you to scare crows off my land. Some of you might know that Maggie's father is also named Ian, which means there's at least one Ian on the planet she hasn't fucked, and it's me. A lot of people said, Ian, what are you doing having a retarded guy on your roast? But I love calling Andrew Bullock. Who hasn't wondered what Fred Flintstone would look like with Down syndrome? Colin Bullock is 93% similar to the thing chimps evolved from. The closest Colin's ever come to having a girlfriend is that time a kitten fell in his cage at the zoo. The good news is we got the kitten away before he raped it. The bad news is that's the last time he ever saw pussy. Colin Andrew Bullock is living proof that comedy is so easy, even a caveman can do it. Patrick Collins! Patrick Collins is proof that the potato famine in Ireland didn't kill off the queer gene in the Irish. Patrick Collins is gayer than 2 gay guys blowing a faggot. What? I don't think that's strong enough. Patrick Collins is gayer than 2 double rainbows blowing a unicorn and Anderson Cooper's ass at an AIDS rally.
That's really good.
Patrick Collins is a lot like an Asian hooker. He'll take your money and you always walk away feeling fucked. Patrick Collins is also an NIU alumni. He hasn't been there in years, which is why I was shocked to find out girls are still getting raped and murdered over there. Pat has the kind of financial plans to get Bernie Madoff the shivers. Andrew Halter. Or as I like to call him, Mama's little 64th term abortion survivor. Andrew looks the way he does because he was in a car accident. And I like to think that you're a testament to the dangers of roadhead. Clearly that trait scar is proof that when you got into that accident you were blowing a black guy. Which is probably why your family doesn't love you anymore. The doctor said his blood semen levels were off the charts. Andrew plans on becoming rich and famous so he can start getting laid one day. Unfortunately, 9 out of 10 women said no matter how much money you have, they'd still rather be Stacey Peterson than fuck you. I gotta tell you, Andrew, I don't care how much money you have, nothing will ever fill that God-sized hole in your neck. Charlie Stone! Charlie Stone's the blackest comedian on my dais. And by that I mean he smokes Black and Miles, he listens to rap music, and his mother has diabetes. Charlie has the kind of career path that makes a father die in shame. That's a fact. Charlie's act is so bad his grandmother wishes she'd gotten an abortion. The only thing Charlie's truly good at is banging fatties. I think it's safe to say that Charlie Stone has been inside of more fat chicks than Taco Bell Long John Silver's. Charlie once told me the only difference between going down on a fat chick and eating a hot dog is that he doesn't put mayo on his hot dogs. Think about that before you go to sleep. Kenny Wiskel! Hey there, big guy! Kenny is from Michigan, Flint, Michigan, which is proof that even though they stopped making cars, they never stopped making white trash. Kenny came up so poor he thought he was from a town called Eviction Notice. I think you recently had a birthday. How old are you in white trash years? Every time I see your bushy sideburns, I think, you're chubby, you're annoying, you're borderline retarded. You're the schnarf of Chicago comedy. They call me big guy Lionel. You get him! Come on! I didn't care if you laughed at that one. I told it for me. That was a bad one. Kenny DeForest. Yeah. Gotta move this thing. Kenny hasn't been this excited since his trip to Calhoun. And much like that trip, he's drunk, nobody wants to talk to him, and later on I'm going to fuck his girlfriend. You look like the brawny man's gay nephew. Kenny works at a preschool, which is weird because I didn't know that they would hire someone that doesn't know the difference between finger painting and finger banging. I'm not saying Kenny's the reason for child predator apps. But Kenny has fucked more minors than the Chilean government.
What if you wore this set?
I think it's important for everybody to know that when Kenny says he wants kids, he doesn't mean in the future. He means right now, in the back of his van. Tied up and slathered in ice cream. Kenny's touched more kids than St. Jude's. Jeff Steinbrenner, you little queefy vagina of a man. You're the only man I know that has less testosterone in his body than Lady Gaga. Jeff was up for a role in Twilight until they realized he was too faggy. Jeff's father is a chemist, and apparently he can get every formula right except for the one that results in a son that he can love and be proud of. You believe it, little shit. The only difference between you and the Olsen twins is the Olsen twins wouldn't fuck Bob Saget. Mark Malowitz, I haven't seen anyone eat that much shit since 2 girls in 1 cup. You're the first guy I've ever met that looks like a Mennonite. Halfway through your set, I thought you were going to tell people to check under their chairs for free Bibles. Mark Malowitz has more dead baby jokes than friends on Facebook. God cares less about you than Andrew Halter's happiness.